What is going on, Creative Beast enthusiast? We got David Silver with us, Ross Persichetti, Spino Dude, and Chris Chaotic. What is going on, y'all? So we have an incredible live tonight for all of y'all. You know, we've had the TCG. We got a lot of cool stuff coming out for pre-order and so many great things. But we'll start off. Dave, did you want to start off with anything cool?
I think everybody's kind of anticipating the winner of the card game, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes, 100%.
Yeah. We got so many good entries. I was blown away. I think all of us were.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Me, Chris?
Not you.
Not you, Chris.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah. The Zoic entries were insane. Like, I had no idea what to expect, but we were all really impressed. We even had to have a separate call this morning just to sort it all out. So
yeah, it was incredible.
Yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, so unless you guys want to mention anything before that, we can just get right to it.
Look at Blokey's back again with the
Blokey's back with the donations.
What's up, man?
Thank you.
I think we talk for an hour and then we go through it.
Want to do that? You want to talk about what we did last weekend or something?
Yeah. Just drive everybody crazy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just talk about random stuff.
Yeah, just to burn.
I'll do it right now. It's great.
Dude, well, you know what's crazy is I guess we're going to talk about the new pre-order soon. So we'll talk about the crazy when we get to the pre-orders. I'm going to set this up for you guys because this is pretty neat. So I guess we'll just start talking about the card game. Let me get this presentation going for all y'all.
Yeah.
Cool. So look at all these entries, and
that's crazy.
It's insane. I wasn't expecting this, and it's so funny because every day Ross was like a hound on the internet looking for different ones and everything coming out, and then it just got better and better and more fun, and it became this ritual where every morning we'd show off the new ones to each other. So it's a lot of fun, and then Dave's loving it, so he was having a good time too.
It's crazy because we weren't even sure how many we're going to end up with, and then we ended the competition with almost 100 entries. I mean, there's like thousands of hours of art and effort here. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah. It's really impressive to see all the different styles and all the different entries. As like right off the top, I just want to thank everybody who participated, and like no matter what happens, we're going to show your artwork off, and really appreciate every single entry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is what's so cool about it, though, because we didn't know about a bunch of y'all, and we had no idea of the artistic abilities. So seeing this art is super fun to go through. Like Dave was saying earlier, we actually had a meeting just going over everything, and we were just talking about each piece. So it was a lot of fun to look at these and just see the community come together and produce such cool things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's really impressive. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just love all the different art styles we got too. Like, no one really committed to one specific vision. We got a bunch of really cool different submissions.
Well, that's go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, and like in addition to like unique styles, like and visions, but people coming up with their own unique characters and armors in the world of Cyberzoic, and really investing in our IP and lore, versus just doing dinosaurs. And then there's also, there's a healthy mix of dinosaurs and Cyberzoic and dragons. It's just really cool, all the different ways people took it.
I was really impressed and surprised by all the Cyberzoic artwork, actually, because like there's an extra step involved with doing Cyberzoic stuff. Like you're doing the dinosaurs, and then you're doing the armors, and then you're doing the humans, and it's like there's a lot of effort. And not to say that the straight paleo work wasn't just as impressive, but I kind of expected more paleo and a lot less Cyberzoic, but it ended up being pretty even. Seemed like, or at least close to even. So it's really cool to see all the different interpretations.
Oh yeah. Well,
especially there were a few people that did, Dinosaur, and then they had an alternate submission with Cyber.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what's so great about it too, is just seeing all the love and appreciation to something that, because this is something that Dave created. It's been his idea forever. And so it's fun for us because we're on the end of it where we get to help build up everything we're doing. And so to see what you guys have done, it's super cool. There were so many that I was like, this is awesome. And then I got the outlandish, like my choices were so strange. So it was great. I appreciated it a lot. Yeah, this is fun. Well,
yeah. Oh yeah. We should also mention that Chris's entry is not eligible to win. So if anybody was worried about that affecting their chances, he can't win. I've already told him. So
listen, Chris, you've all won in our hearts.
I control this area. No. Well, I think we should dive in then and start this thing off. What do you guys think?
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah.
Zoic TCG fan 25. Oh, what happened?
There's no honorable mentions. No
honorable mentions. So what we decided to do, because we had so many favorites, we couldn't pick one. We each had a handful of ones that we loved. So we had to take a giant group of illustrations and laid them out, and we went through all of them individually, and we're talking about each one, and we figured which ones we love. And so we have quite a bit of honorable mentions. So that's why this one's here. So we want to really talk about these ones and show these off because they were that cool. Let's go to the first one. Boom, baby.
Yeah, this one's really cool.
Yeah.
Oh, and we should also mention the honorable mentions aren't in any particular order.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is cool.
Can we zoom in on these?
We were gonna have it set up for zooming, but it got a little too complicated, so we can't. I wish we actually, you know what? Maybe we can't. Dino dude, Spino dude. If you press those buttons, will it make it bigger? Yeah. Press cinema layout.
Yeah, or hold control and scroll on your computer and see if it actually.
Oh man, here I'm gonna stop presenting and do that. Just
so you don't accidentally.
Just so you don't accidentally. That might work.
Did not work. I am so happy I did not do that.
Okay.
We've had enough.
I'm glad you stopped streaming for that.
Dude, we've had enough chaos in here that oh my god.
Don't want to give anything away too early.
No.
Yeah. All right, it was worth a shot.
It was worth a shot. Okay, I had to make sure
we could do.
That was so.
There we go.
Yeah,
that's better.
A little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm. And this one I love so much because it's so dynamic and it just flows. And then Diebuck, he's one of my favorite characters, and this just highlighted everything I love. I love the brightness in the sky with the dark eeriness towards the ground, and it just separated the contrast of like light and dark so well. I felt this one was awesome. And then the guns are shooting. Super cool.
Well, and just like the continuity of all the details and colors, like a lot of attention to detail in this one. In addition to the great composition and draftsmanship, all the details are there. It looks exactly like the armor that we designed and sculpted. So it's pretty awesome.
Well, that was one of the things that got me too, is how well people were able to follow the reference work and the reference pieces. It was so awesome to see how well this came out.
Yeah, it's a lot of effort and really turned out cool. I mean, all the details are there, and there's really only like a handful of images of the prototype, so it's pretty impressive.
Very much. All right, here it goes. Number 2 honorable mention, not in any specific order. This one is so freaking cool. I love this so much. I thought this was such a great composition, and it just looks so aggressive. It looks menacing. It kind of reminded me of Cowboy Bebop or like that Vampire D back in the day. Those animes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I saw this and loved it. It's so cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, it's like very raw and aggressive. It's very
cool.
It gives a like retro comic book vibes. I really like that. It's really cool.
Yeah.
It was cool because like the day before he or she posted this one, it was just the Smilodon, and it looked pretty cool. But then they posted this new version with Dragolina and the armor. I was like, oh, that's way cooler. I'm glad they did that.
Oh yeah. Honorable mention number. Oh, what?
I was just saying, it's well done.
Oh, well done. Yes, it's like a steak.
Yes, a dried steak. Yeah.
And then this one, man,
the landscape on this one.
Well, yeah.
This is really impressive. This was one of my personal favorites.
Yeah.
I mean the detail and all of the forms, all the armor. I mean, there's a lot of work there, and it looks really cool.
I particularly loved like the illustrative stylization of the visor element, like some of the brush strokes that he did there. Like this is like very illustrative looking, and really enjoyed that area of it. It's awesome.
I really enjoyed the dinosaur. That thing was so cool. and like the gun. Oh man, I just don't know how they got such great references from everything that has been put out so far, because it just it's cool. It's one thing to see the toys and everything, but to see the passion that these people are having with these illustrations, it's so fun.
Because it's totally on model. I mean, it's exactly, like the figure pretty much.
Yeah, that one's too cool.
Yeah, really, really great work there.
We have the artist in the chat, I think.
Oh, what's up?
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah, great job, George. Thank you.
Incredible.
It's really good work.
And this guy.
This one's
so
cool.
I'm impartial to Dilophosaurus. No, I'm so happy they can't see my face right now. And I thought this was so awesome. Just the style, the look of it, and the flying dawn monsters in the sky. It's great.
This was one of my top ones, actually, just because I don't know. It's a really cool composition. But I'm not sure if it was intentional, but it feels like it's in the Cyberzoic world. Like that might be like an old relic behind them of like like an ancient building or something. And I don't know. It's got a great atmosphere and like really good depth. Just really dig it.
See, I agree 100%. I didn't even realize until you said that, Dave. And now I'm seeing the background more, and it looks incredible.
It's just really cool. And this person had 2 submissions, and they're both awesome.
Man, that's too cool.
It's really nice.
Next, Dilophosaurus.
This is one of my personal favorites. I love this one.
Yes. It's a great composition, great colors.
Yeah, I love
dramatic.
Yes, that's the word. I was going to say scary, but dramatic sounds pretty
better. Very dramatic. Yeah. Well, that would be scary if you saw that.
Yeah.
You're about to get your face eaten off.
Wait, how big were they? I got to go look at the toy. Okay, yeah, they're big.
They're big enough to ride. Yeah.
About 20 feet long.
Jeez. Man. This one's sweet.
This is another one that made it pretty far for me as far as my favorite ones. Like just again, it's like it's got a great depth and the atmosphere is really good. I love all the attention to detail on the environment, and I also love the fact that it's a big T-Rex, and it's actually very peaceful and serene. Like you always see it depicted as being very aggressive and scary, but this is it's just an animal, and that's really, kind of at the heart of everything we're doing is like depicting these things as living creatures, not monsters. And it's it really captures that.
Yeah. That was one of the things I love so much is it's like a nice just stroll on the beach. And when we saw this one, there was another one that was on the beach that was incredible as well. And they both just have that calm, majestic look. Like this was a creature that wasn't always scary or aggressive. And you don't think about that. Like when I think of dinosaurs, I think of like attacking each other. Like
because it's based on popular media. Usually our impressions of these creatures, but I mean if you kind of compare it to the animals that we see in modern times now, like you go to the zoo or watch a documentary, they're not scary unless they have a reason to be scary. They're just living, and that's and that's what this is. They're just living.
Like if you were a wildlife photographer and could go back in time, this would be the image captured.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. No, you'd be dead. It would eat you.
No, it's like. Have you been listening, Chris?
Focus.
It's actually funny because like you go over to Africa, and most of the time when you see lions and such, they're just kind of laying around doing their thing, being really chill. But then hippopotamus are a whole other story. They're herbivorous and they will mess you up any day of the week.
We had a guy that went on his mission to Africa and got attacked by a hippo through his thigh. That was a crazy story.
Through his thigh?
Through his thigh.
His thigh. Ouch. Now the hippos, they don't eat meat, do they?
No.
But they can do some damage.
Well, they have some of the highest testosterone, so they're just maniacs.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
that's good. I didn't know that.
Yeah, them and bull sharks. Jeez, bow sharks.
Bow sharks.
Bow sharks. Careful, it shoots with an arrow.
Yeah.
Let's see what's the next one. I think
what's next.
Oh yeah, that's all the honorable mentions. Yeah, I should have put it on this screen right away.
Wow, I kind of thought we had more than that, but that's okay because we made some adjustments to the prize levels because we had so many entries and so many good entries. We obviously we were intending to only have one winner win everything, but we made 2 amendments to the prizes. So instead of 1 grand prize, we have 2 grand prizes now. Mm-hmm. One top prize will go to a Cyberzoic piece, and 1 top prize will go to a Paleo piece. Mm-hmm. And in addition to that, we also have a smaller prize for a runner-up for both Paleo and Cyberzoic.
Yes.
So the runner-ups will get a $100 gift card to creativebeast.com, but they won't be in the card game. Mm-hmm. And the 2 winners for Cyberzoic and 1 for Paleo, both will get the full prize of being in the card game and having the $300 gift certificate and also getting a box set of the cards. So with that being said, let's take a look at the runner-up for both Cyberzoic and Paleo.
So this is the Cyberzoic one.
That one's so cool.
Yeah. This one's amazing.
This was our winner for a little while. It was and it's so cool and it's so well done. Such a cool style. It's part of the reason why we came up with this runner-up category is because we feel like they should get something. And also really like the character design. I think like as soon as I saw that, I was like, that'd be a great action figure.
Yeah.
And then the fact that there's like all this attention to detail and like storytelling with the dragon back there taking out the Diabloceratopses. It's just like so much thought and depth in this, and coming up with a new character that actually fits to the world is impressive. And there's just a lot to like here. So congrats to Marcus, did a great job, and we'll be in touch about a $100 gift certificate soon.
Yeah, this one, when we saw it, both Ross and I were like, what? It was funny because Ross saw it first, and Ross, he likes to amp me up, and Ross and Dave both know. Both Daves know how to do it. I get so excited so easily. I saw myself like, what is this? Oh my gosh! And so for like a whole day, I was just staring at it. I even found him. Yeah, there is. I found him on Instagram.
There he is.
Thanks. Yeah, man, you did
great job. Great job.
And, it shouldn't be understated the fact that it's an original character and armor that we haven't even sculpted yet, or at least posted publicly. Like it's impressive. It's
so good. And it was funny too because I told him, I was like, man, this is incredible, and I said something on Instagram, and he wrote me this message, and I want to respond to him, but I had to wait until after this because I wanted to say so many good things. I was like, I can't say it without getting mixed up in anything. So
I'm giving anything away.
I'm so bad about spoilers. I was like, I just can't say nothing. Yeah. Man,
also, I'd like to
job.
point out we have 125 people watching right now.
Oh wow!
Nice.
I think that's a record breaker.
I think it's that's a lot more than we've had before. Yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Thanks, you guys. Seriously,
thank you.
It's awesome.
That's great.
Oh, all right. You guys want to see the second runner-up is?
Second runner-up for Paleo Art.
Drum roll.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is they're both Diabloceratopses.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just a coincidence, but
Emotion
man,
on this piece is so good.
This one is so cool. I could totally see this being a comic book cover.
Oh yeah.
There's so much. There's just a lot of energy. Very dynamic.
Well, the thing that really sold it for me was the Dawn Monsters. Anything that has those, I'm gonna pick. And this piece.
Give me a second while I remove him. Well,
it's so
this to me is the Diablo's revenge. Because we all know the Lythronax artwork.
Man, it's funny too because I can't give spoilers, but there's a story about that coming.
What's that?
The whole thing with the Lythronax eating a baby Diabloceratops.
That's gonna spoil something?
Yeah. Ross, is it? Ross is over there like, Chris, shut up. This is why I can't talk to people. This is why I'm locked in here.
wait, is this the thing I'm also aware of? I think maybe. I don't know.
Ross is just like, I wish
but talking about this artwork, like I love this one so much because like it not only it's two dinosaurs fighting, but like it's a whole scene and environment, and like there's 5 dinosaurs in the scene.
Great job.
Like,
great job.
They look like the dinosaurs are supposed to. The colors are accurate. Like it's just so well done. It's awesome.
Yeah. There's so much love and effort put into this, and so much skill, and it's amazing. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah. Very good. Very good work.
That's too cool. All right. Yeah. Let me see what the next slide is. I forgot. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So this the runners.
Here we go. So the next two are the grand prize winners.
Yes.
So are we starting off with the Cyberzoic winner first?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, you accidentally spoiled it a little too early. We're gonna make it a surprise, the 2 winners, but they'll be revealed at the same time.
Oh, they will be?
They will be revealed at the same time. Yeah.
Oh, they're gonna be revealed at the same time. Okay.
Yeah.
Are they? I'm scared to press the button now. You guys
Let's just see what happens. And then
too many people are talking. I don't know what to do with my fingers.
What's the next?
Oh wait. Oh man. And you guys ready? Go.
Boom.
Hey, there we go.
Man, so this was one of those things where we saw the piece on the left for Cyberzoic, and I think we all had the same reaction to it. And it was just, it is so well done. It's so artistic. It looks great, and it's got so much storytelling, and so much is happening. It was incredible.
Yeah, I knew right away. I mean, I'm kind of a sucker for anything that resembles Dragolina, and this is kind of like, I mean, in my mind, this is like a young Dragolina, maybe when she first joined the Fire Clan and was like maybe sent to steal dinosaurs or something. But yeah, it's gorgeous, and it kind of reminds me of Dinotopia a little bit, which is also cool.
Yeah,
I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. So,
no.
Yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous, and I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, yeah, that's it.
I wish I was there for that reaction. Ross was telling me about it. I was like, oh, I can only imagine Dave's reaction to that. I knew right away. Yeah, just gorgeous work. I can't say enough about it. It's super good. Yeah, I love too. Like the more you look at, the more you find. Like the scar on the lips and just the detailing on the body. But what really sold me on this was the attention to detail on the Deinonychus armor. It's so cool. Yeah.
And this image could totally work as just young Dragolina, Allosaurus, cool building. But the fact that this like small, 8 to 10% of the image has like this super detailed, insanely accurate, amazing looking Deinonychus with the Gunrunner armor. That's just like, that's awesome. Like all the effort that went into that small little area, it's just so cool.
Yeah, it's a really good composition too, because like you have all that detail right up front, closest to the viewer, and then as you go back, it kind of builds and kind of brings your eye back.
Yeah,
like, it's just like, it's really nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Camus. Awesome.
Yeah.
He did the Torosaurus.
Incredible work.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
What really sold me on the Torosaurus was the slobber. That got me. I was like, okay, this is a beast. I love
the slobber.
It's so detailed. It's so well done.
Forget about all the anatomy and the lighting and all the details. The slobber.
That's what Chris is checking for in all of these. Is like, is there drool on these dinosaurs?
Well, I have a checklist. Is there anything in the sky? Is there drool?
Is there flying down monster? Is there drool?
Oh man, yeah. These were some incredible pieces, and I can't tell you guys how spectacular it was to see your guys' work and to see these things. And we're so excited to include this in the card game. They're incredible.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't really talked about the Torosaurus a whole lot, but I mean it's perfect. I mean, look at it. It looks like we took. You took the toy design and made it into the actual animal in a scene, and chasing the Deinonychus is super cool. It's just
I didn't even realize there's two. They both have Deinonychuses. There's like a theme here.
I think that's actually Dromaeosaurus.
Is it a Dromaeosaur? Okay.
Yeah.
They're both raptors. It works.
Yeah.
They're both raptors. Close enough.
Yeah, I thought he's a little small for Deinonychus, but yeah, that's. I mean, it's great either way. I mean, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So well done. And like there's, I mean, aside from all the accuracy, I mean, there's just so much cool stuff there.
Yeah, I agree 100%. 100%.
They managed to just capture like an awe-inspiring image. Like it's just very visually impactful. You feel the weight of the Torosaurus and that light, that midday light, and then like the fear of this little dromaeosaur running away.
Yes.
It's just so well realized and amazing.
I also like the idea that the dromaeosaur is like terrified right now. just trying not to get trampled, and the Torosaurus is probably not even noticing it's there.
Wait, I was just gonna say it's super refreshing seeing an herbivore on top and scaring the crap out of a little carnivore for once.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Wait, they don't eat those things? No.
There have been studies that have thought that ceratopsians might have eaten meat occasionally because they have hooked beaks like carnivorous birds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, I've seen a horse eat a bird before, so I wouldn't doubt it.
What?
It probably did occasionally, yeah.
Probably just curious.
Just look, what does it taste like? Chicken.
It tastes like
yeah, these are so great. It's so appreciated how much effort and just love went into these pieces.
And we've already got card ideas for these two. We're making notes on it, and I'm really excited to see these in the game and in the packs.
Especially since like the artwork, it kind of dictates the storytelling and function of the trading card. So we're these aren't just filling the spot of existing card slots. These cards are going to command their own, function. They're going to be brand new. So it's really exciting to write around the artwork.
Yeah,
because the storytelling's already there.
Yes, Ross was so excited this morning. He was already plugging in and going with it. It was so fun to hear his ideas.
No, I was actually writing card functions the entire competition. You just don't know that.
Yeah, thank you all so much. This was such an incredible journey, and for us just to see it all coming in, but the work and the planning you all had, and we had fun seeing everything and getting to interact with all of y'all. So great job, and we are very, very excited and pleased with this outcome. It's insane.
Yeah, it really.
Thanks to everyone for their involvement and efforts and contributions. Even if you didn't win or get highlighted, all of your work was reviewed and talked about amongst us and appreciated, and we noticed all the cool details and effort that went into every piece.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And I will say that all of the entries will be posted on my Facebook page in an album. I'm gonna make two separate albums, one for the paleo art and one for the Cyberzoic art, so that everybody's art gets shown. So that there will at least be that for everybody.
Nice. Yeah, I'm so excited. There's so I love that Smilodon with the blasters. Pew, pew. That's so oh, I love it. Yeah, this was great. It was fun too, because a lot of these ideas we would see something and just be like, wow, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah, very
Definitely.
well done.
Yeah.
Very well done, y'all.
Very cool.
94 entries, I think it was.
94.
That's great.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized too is I gotta finish setting up the pre-order slide. So give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna stop sharing while we talk about stuff.
Let's
What
put
do
him
we
on
do
the
without
spot.
you,
Oh man.
Well, while Chris is doing that, for the winners, we'll be reaching out in the next couple of days to organize getting gift cards and prizes out.
Yeah.
Getting the artwork for the cards for our two main winners. And
yeah, we'll probably send those out next week. And yeah, I'm so impressed. I don't know what to say. That actually went way better than I could have hoped. So.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
It was crazy for me because when we first announced the contest, like you could see the interest was there, and I was like, oh, I knew it was going to be successful, but just like almost 100 entries. If you told me that at the beginning, I'm like, wow, that's crazy. Especially for
it's like, when can we do it again, Dave? When can we do it again?
I know. We have to have a really good reason for this. So
Yeah.
I mean, this is debuting for the card game, so it's a good occasion. And maybe, if the card game does well and we do another set, then we'll have another one.
See, that's what I'm excited for, is how many of these can we do with these cool competitions? Because oh my gosh, I was just blown away by the art. It's so cool.
Yeah, it was very exciting to see. It was just amazing artwork. Yeah, it almost hurt to, like, we knew after we saw a bunch of the entries, we were like, we can't just have one winner. Like, this artwork, there's too much time and effort and energy from all of you guys.
Yeah,
we had to pick two winners, and even that hurt just to limit it to two.
Yeah, it's still limiting, but it is at the end of the day a contest, and we can only put so many into the game. So.
Yes. Don't worry, guys. I'm getting this taken care of.
Thank you again, Blinky.
Sorry, kids. Here we go. Cool.
Got a question about Kickstarter waves.
The Kickstarter items, they're just like any item. The pre-order up to a certain point will dictate the production run. So, like, whether it's a Kickstarter or it's just a pre-order item, after a few months, once we get to the stage where the tooling is done, then I'll take a look at the pre-orders so far, and then I'll base my estimates of like what works as far as production run. So usually what I do is once the tooling is done, I'll look at the pre-order numbers, and then I'll multiply it by either 3 or 4, and that'll usually be the production run, because we don't do big runs. We try to not overproduce. So, and that's why we sometimes run out of things. But
like the Dilophosaurus that just
like the Dilophosaurus. It's hard to predict, but it's one of those things where if we overproduce, then we end up with too much stuff, and that has happened with a few items, like some of the older stuff that we've done. We've learned from that, and try to move forward. And if something sells out too fast, then there's a good opportunity that'll come back. But even with the Dilophosaurus, I don't see that coming back until next year at the earliest, because we have so many things already in the pipeline. But yeah, I mean, it's just it's it's actually something I've been thinking about a lot lately with the toy industry, about like how the larger companies do things, with like how they'll overproduce a lot of things and end up at like the like the discount stores and things like that. And I think you can still do pretty well, kind of like managing the production at a lower quantity, and then like basically putting less out there in terms of quantity, sorry, and having more variety of items, in the long run. So Nasuto Ceratops, I don't think we'll be doing a reissue of that original color version, but there will be an opportunity for a Cyberzoic version later on. So I'm sure we'll use that mold again. We'll put it out again. I don't feel confident in putting it out in those colors again. I want to do something different if we do it again. So
we're almost done, you guys. Get excited. I got fat fingers.
Should I ramble on more about the toy industry?
What was really funny is I had all these set up, and then I don't know how it got taken out. So you guys get to see everything very fresh. Let's see. It's the last one. And they're super cool. It was so funny too, because we get to see these, and every time I see something, like I want that and that, and it's so funny. I always reach out to Dave. I'm like, hey Dave, can I have one of these? Well, it's like the great T-Rexes, like one of the big ones. I have 2 of them I gotta paint. Anytime I see something cool that I want, I'm always like, hey Dave, can I have one of these? It's like, no.
Well, I usually send you stuff for the channel anyway, so
Yeah.
you have to ask.
I normally, for like each wave of figures, have a number 1 favorite. They're like, oh, I have to have that one. That's my number 1 favorite. But for this next pre-order batch, I have no idea which one I want most. Like, I want every single one of them.
Cool. I got it done.
The right answer, Ross, is Stegosaurus.
Well, he's going to display that in his living room.
Yeah. That's that one's Stephanie approved. So I'm gonna sneak it out into the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, nice.
Now you're in. Now you can build on that.
I'm just hoping I'm moved out before the summer wave comes, so I'm in a larger space, because I don't have any more room for like a bigger shelf, and that Stegosaurus is not fitting in here.
Well, I have one of the, what is this, like resin one?
Yeah. You have the resin copy. Yeah.
And it's a monster. It's cool. It's so fun.
Yeah, it's quite a chunk.
It's a huge chunk.
Big spiky chunk.
Dude, you could use its fins as frisbees or like blades. Like throwing cards. I feel like Gambit. What's his name? Stegosaurus. Oh, sweet. Well, so we have do what?
There's a visual.
I don't even know what was happening.
You have to retool the Stegosaurus to have removable plates just for Chris now, so we can throw them around.
So you can toss them around like Gambit. Yeah.
Well, isn't that still the plan for the Cyberzoic stuff? Or
removable
plate? Well, they're going to be glued in on the final figure, but
okay.
But yeah, I mean, as far as making it manufacturable, yeah, all of the plates have to be separate.
Gotcha.
So you guys want to see the pre-orders? So I put them in order file. They were in the files. So
yeah, it doesn't matter what order you go in.
Cool.
Let's see it.
This is not a contest.
I'm going to show each dinosaur with all their photos, and we'll zoom in on them so we can kind of go through them. There it is. Whew. Boom. The Andrew.
Chris, this is the wrong order. No.
yeah, this is the wrong.
This is the wrong order, Chris.
This is not okay. Oh, get anxiety. Dude, this guy's nuts, and I love him, and I love that his mouth is open in almost all these photos but one. And
that's because on the prototype, I didn't want to damage the paint. So I was really careful not to have it scraping up. But we expect to get the mouth fully closed on the final version. It's just like this very delicate prototype.
And it does look good closed. It's insane. I'm so impressed with how well it's able to close, because Ross, you did the teeth before, right?
The articulation of this guy, I think we changed the mouth or jaw 3 or 4 times to get it to work, because you can't really tell in photo, but when you get it in the hand, it has a really, really bizarre shaped head and snout and muzzle. It's like getting the gums to fit in there and to connect and to open the mouth to that wide and to close fully. It was very challenging, but we got there. And
yeah, that was a really cool solution you came up with for the jaw closing like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is such a cool animal because it's like if you were to take a bear and a hippo.
Man, they're big.
There's a whale in there too, right?
And, and a whale. Yeah, so like if you're mashing all that together, like here's this weird beast. I mean, it might as well be an alien, you know. It might as well be an alien animal.
Man,
yeah, they are, I think, closer related to whales than any of those animals off the top of my head, which is weird.
It's so weird.
And it's got like the leg stripes of like an okapi or something.
Yeah. I just love these little hook things. Like, what is that?
Like Chris is always looking for the spiny parts, man.
Yeah.
Where's all the shark bits?
Does it have wings? Where's the spikes? Does it have slobber?
He's got teeth on the back of his feet.
Oh, this guy is so cool, man. I think this every time I see this guy, like the prototype, I would always want to hold it and just look at it because it does. Like Russ was saying, the head is so wild. It's weird. I love it.
It's also a really cool size too. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to play with. It's comparable in size to the 1/12 scale of Smilodon. And, and actually, I was setting up the new pre-orders recently, and I decided to bring the price down on this from what I quoted earlier in the week. So it's gonna the MSRP I think would be fine at 50 for this one.
Wow, that's great. Yeah,
that's a good deal.
Because it doesn't have accessories, and I figure we should be able to be fine at that price. But it doesn't need accessories. I mean, what would you even do unless you gave it like meat or something?
Bigger claws.
Give it a flame effect.
What's that?
Huh?
I said you'd have to give it a flame effect.
I'm gonna leave that to Chris. I'm sure Chris will put it in his mouth.
Oh man, give him like a flame man that comes out of his mouth like a Pokemon and gets like a big mane of flames. Oh, I already got an idea.
That's true. He was talking about Jewel and Spikes flying down monsters.
Oh man,
that's great.
It's a good life.
Let's use Spike on Monster. Ooga booga.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love this guy. But you know what I love even more than this guy is the next one, the Cryolophosaurus.
Oh, the purple.
Man, okay, so I just want to zoom in on this head really quick because this paint job, and Matt did this. Matt is such an incredible painter.
I will say Matt and I collaborated on this one. Like he did the first pass on it, and then I went in and got it more in line with the design. But that's usually how we do it. Like we're both like kind of take turns on these, which I think works out really well. But yeah, it's really cool. I mean, it turned out really cool. And it's very unique too. Like we try to do something that's a lot different from the Dilophosaurus, obviously, and this will really stand out as being different. And I had to take photos with the Arctic Dragon, obviously, because just wanted to see that. So
it looks so good.
I already have my shelf planned for this guy. It's gonna be Arctic Dragon, Eutyrannus, Cryolophosaurus, and the snowy mammoths. And that's
nice.
Yeah. All the Arctic guys. That's awesome.
Wait, are we allowed to talk about mammoths? The snowy mammoth? Are we doing any secrets?
Well, everyone knows about that
said
one.
it was, what's secrets? No, there's
no secrets. Stop teasing stuff.
I just want to make Ross squirm.
There's a pre-order for the mammoths up right now on the Eon's backer kit. So if you want it, that's where to get it.
Man, see this guy. I love these stands too, man. They're not too big and bulky, and they fit so well. Look at this body.
I request a scratch and sniff variant of this one that smells like grapes. It looks delicious.
It does.
I'm really glad that the additional paint pass that you did, you brought down some of the black and the gray striping into the shoulder.
Yeah.
Lower. That looks nice.
Yeah.
That's too
cool. I was I was playing around with it quite a bit, and basically just kind of followed my design in the end. But
like, man, you know what my favorite part is? I don't know how well y'all can see it on the screen. I'm gonna zoom in really far, but I love this like hint of like red, pink, hot pink on top of the purple and blue. The face is so cool. Jeez.
Mm-hmm. This turned into seeing the sculpt. I thought the sculpt was great, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm going to need that figure. You know, it's tough sort of body. You know, I can pass on it. And then seeing it now, it's like, gosh darn it, I have to have this one.
Well, that means I'm doing it right.
Yeah, I saw this at the studio, and I was just like, okay, that's super neat. That's too wild. And it was just the head, I think, right?
Yeah, I just showed you guys the head. Yeah.
And I think the first or second neck segment with it or whatever.
Yeah, there's just all new neck. Yeah, I'm not sure about the Cyberzoic version. I don't think we would do what we did with the Dilophosaurus, where it has like all new head. This is probably going to be one of those where we just have a new color scheme for it. Because Dilophosaurus is one of the most popular dinosaurs, so it made sense to like explore different interpretations for that one. It's also a little more central to the Cyberzoic story, but this one would be more like kind of a background type dinosaur, at least as far as I've had planned for it anyway. But it might change next month. Who knows? We'll see.
Are we gonna ever do the frill on a Dilophosaurus?
No.
The what?
How many times has Dave shot that idea down in armor form, in biological form?
Dave comes to Houston just to slap me. Stop it.
I know what you're doing, Chris.
like this is the only answer I can answer. The only question I can answer for the other David. No.
Not going to work.
Oh, I made my eyes water. That's funny. Sweet. And then the next one gets even better. Well, I wouldn't say even better, but it's awesome. It's so cool.
It's so freaking cool. I didn't even know about this one. Dave, you kept this one a secret, and when you posted it, I was like, what?
I wasn't really keeping it a secret. I just didn't know what I was doing until I did it.
It was so freaking cool.
So
it's really cool.
It's based on the red iguana, and just kind of rolling that into like a pseudo tiger color scheme. But
I love this one. Like it is the coolest colors ever. Like the subtle green, blue in those beiges, and the orange and the stripe. Like it's just so pretty cool. Nice. I love it.
A lot of people have been asking if this is going to be released at the larger scale, and I think there's a good chance of that happening, but I don't know when, because like we're putting out the Cyberzoic version at the larger scale like soon, next month, and then we're going to have both versions out. So this one I probably wouldn't do until next year at a larger scale. If we're going to do it soon, I wouldn't. Again, like just like the Dilophosaurus reissue, I wouldn't have it in the schedule any sooner than next year. But for now, we can enjoy the smaller version. So.
Well, and it makes it so much easier for shelf space. So this is so welcomed, and I think the paint, like just the top down view, this blows my mind, man. This is so cool.
I love the patterns there.
Yeah,
pocket sized.
Pocket size, you can just take it with you everywhere.
It is, yeah. There you go, little pocket monster. You ever heard of those?
Pokemon? Yeah. Oh man, I'm so excited.
I think these are the great size because they look like they have the same fidelity with the paint job and the articulation, everything. Like this is great if you're going on vacation or a drive. Like put one in your pocket if you're a photographer and take it on a walk or something.
Take photos of it wherever you go on vacation. Yeah,
it's a good work desk figure.
What's that?
It's a good work desk figure. You know, you can take it in.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, it'd be cool to have it like right in front of you when you're working.
Yeah.
It doesn't take up much space.
No, I love their claws too. For some reason, the Allosaurus has such cool claws.
For some reason, it has giant claws and long arms. For some reason.
Where are the spikes?
Yep. Where's the slobber?
Oh, you have to add
it. Chris licks all of his figures.
Why is it wet? Don't worry about it. Yeah, don't touch my figures. You'll get slobber on you. Man.
Oh gosh.
I did the thing, David. I did the thing.
That's why we couldn't have you doing this with the artwork.
Yeah. Oh man, jeez, get too excited. Figures get happy.
Yeah, I'm just shocked that unless on all the pictures without the hand in it, it looks like just the original version.
Mm-hmm. Oh
like,
yeah,
it's holding up to the fidelity of the quality so well so far.
Mm-hmm. It's
really
insane. Yeah, you really don't like if you just look at this, you're like, oh yeah, how big is it? And then you see his hand, and it's like, oh my, yeah, it really is pocket sized.
It
is, yeah.
You can put it in your pocket. I mean, as long as you have like cargo pants.
You see me come up to the show with cargo pants and a dinosaur in every pocket.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for these guys because I love smaller figures, and like this is like the perfect size range that I'm always talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are cool. I think the Allosauruses are so neat. And it's funny because I really, really, really like the Fragilis, but the other one, the Jamadinisai, that one, it's so aggressive. And what I love is, you have Argentius with them, and it's very welcomed. Man, it's so hard to choose between the two for me. They're both very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, those are neat. Gotta go to the next one. This guy, super cool.
Oh,
look at this thing.
Here's the star of the show.
Yeah, man. Jeez.
So cool.
It's so cool. And so let's start over here just because I feel like this really shows off just how magnificent this figure and what's crazy is Dave sculpted this by hand traditionally, and it is so detailed and so neat. Jeez.
Yeah, this one, it would have been more efficient to have someone else do it because of how long it took me to actually find the time to sculpt it. But I'm really glad that I got to do it, and it was one of those passion projects that I just wanted to make something big with my hands, and that's what I chose to do. So
it's big.
Yeah, but I also felt like it was important because it would have been really hard to art direct the articulation around all of those plates.
Oh yeah,
that was one of those things that I really had to get my hands on and move parts around in physical reality to see if it would work.
Yeah.
If you look at the cuts, they're asymmetrical throughout the whole body because they're going around those plates.
Yeah.
But all of that works because I sculpted it by hand and I could actually move the parts around in reality.
That's cool.
And I remember you were working on articulation for this guy as I was cutting up the Carnotaurus, and there was stuff that we learned in the Carnotaurus that you were like, "Oh, I'm going to put that in the Stego."
Yeah, what was it? The neck, maybe? Because
I think it's the neck of the Stego, but the base of the tail for the Carno.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's right, yeah. Because I added that extra piece at the base of the neck to hide the joint so it gets more range. This was an interesting journey. This one,
I love.
There was a lot of back and forth.
Out of curiosity, David, what was the last figure you sculpted in its entirety before the Stegosaurus for the line?
It was probably the juvenile Tyrannosaurus.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Gotcha. Either that. I also sculpted the little guys for the Tyrannosaur line.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
and then the baby Diablo.
And, and the baby Diabloceratops. Yeah, but that's the thing. By this point, I was sculpting small stuff, and I was really miss sculpting big stuff. So I thought of something really big I could sculpt that would be very challenging, which it was. But it's one of those challenges I think was worthwhile because of the articulation design. So. So yeah, but now I'm kind of, I feel like I'm in this mode right now where I don't really want to sculpt the dinosaurs myself anymore, and I want to focus on dragons. So
yes,
so that's what I mean. I'm not working on it very much because of all the other work to do, but I'm still working on that Bristol dragon, and after that, I'd like to do another one. So dragons are cool because I don't have to match things up with reality. Just but that being said, and I've talked to both Ross and Chris about this, like the wing design on the dragon, trying to make it look evolved, like sort of living in the same world as all of our other animals. So it's an interesting process to like make these dragons fit in with our natural history and like kind of go by the same rules of evolution that that we're seeing in all of the known animals.
Yes, I think that's the hardest thing for me, is the actual reality of how it evolved and works. And it's so cool once you hit that route and you understand how it functions, it's a game changer.
Yeah, well, right now I'm working on a cladogram for the dragons of Gaia too, and like trying to sort out how they would have evolved and what different directions and all the different like versions of dragons. So that helps with the design process too, because then we can start like looking at separate sections of the cladogram and start plugging in new ones, like they would have these attributes or those attributes and things like that. Question here: any idea if the Stego is going to have Kickstarter Cyberzoic exclusive edition? No, there's not going to be an exclusive version of Stegosaurus. I think the only large exclusive we could have ever gotten away with was the T-Rex, because generally you want to sell as many units as you can when something's big. So,
Mm-hmm.
Name a dragon bigger than your Arctic dragon. Yeah.
The Antarctic dragon is technically going to be slightly bigger, right?
Yeah, but it's still using the same body, so it's not going to be that much bigger. But there are, I would like if the line does well, I would like to do a larger dragon. There are actually larger dragons in the lore than Arctic dragon. Arctic dragon is sort of like the low end of big, I would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now we got, this is one of my favorites. They're all my favorites.
Yeah.
Look at this print color. Oh, I love this so much. I cannot wait to get a human figure for this stuff.
I actually didn't realize, funny enough, until you sent me this one, David, that I thought this was the same color as that one. I just never paid enough attention, but they're both completely unique color schemes.
No, this one is based on a modern lion.
Yeah,
and I feel like that was a color scheme I wanted to explore, and it's something that you might see pop up at 1/12 scale at some point, and maybe you'll see the black one pop up in this scale at some point. I mean, there's a lot of ways we could do it, but yeah, this one I wanted to go a bit more simple because of the scale. But also like still base it on something. But I feel like it kind of turned into, I mentioned this before, it kind of turned into Scar from Lion King, which I don't think is a bad thing. It's just that's just kind of, that's what it turned into. But
man, that size looks so great.
Yeah,
and we learned from the 1/12 scale version, so this guy will be more optimized, even at the smaller size.
Yeah. The only difference, as far as I know so far, and they're working on this right now, but the only difference will be that the ears won't be interchangeable. So I mean, that would be probably too small for that.
Yeah.
Man, that's such a great color scheme. What made you do this color scheme? You're just looking at the African lions?
Yeah, I was just doing that, and I probably just added a little more orange to it, and that's when it kind of turned into Scar. It was like adding the orange to it. So
yeah, I love that. It's such a cool one. And then finally, this guy is my little buddy. Look how cool he is.
He's so cool.
He's so cool. Man, I can't wait for this. And I know we talked about the paint scheme before, but these blues, man, and then the hue mixes from the greens to the yellows, just it's like what Ross said last time we were talking about this guy. He wasn't sure what to expect when he saw this. It was nothing like he thought. It just look at this view.
Oh, I didn't even know you were going to do the gradient from the green like to the brown. That's so cool.
The whole thing is cool. Yeah. Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah, this one was fun to work on.
Man. I love how weird his body is too. It's absolutely grown on me. I can't wait to have him fight. Oh, I'm gonna lose my mind with these.
This one's gonna be so much fun to articulate because the first thing you're gonna do is just straighten that head out, you know, and put him in a running pose. Like,
Yep.
And
yeah, just all the headbutting. I can see the posing stands working well for these, like in the headbutting poses.
Oh, yes, yeah, and they're such a perfect size that you can even put him in your pocket.
You can put them all in your pocket. You can put the Stegosaurus in a really big pocket.
Get some really big cargo pants.
Yeah.
It's like those really baggy jeans. Oh man, I don't know what they're called. Not Jinko. Were they Jinkos?
I don't remember.
Man, yeah, I can't wait for this guy.
I think this is the most tempted I've been to get two of the same figure too.
You have to. How else are you gonna find them?
Yeah,
I know, because
Yeah.
I'm like, you can do it with the ceratopsians for sure, but I think just like the size of these, being able to pose them in the running pose together on the shelf would be so cool.
Man,
If you look on the lower left there, that's the alternate headpiece,
yeah.
and it's painted more dull than the other one because it's like an elder species.
Oh, that's cool. Oh, wow.
That is neat. Yeah, look how bright that is compared to that. There we go.
Yeah. So those are the two differences. Yeah.
Let me do this.
nice.
Yeah. So the spikes are different and the colors are different, but there's
Do,
still
you,
like.
do we have an idea of what the down the road Cyberzoic version is going to look like?
I've seen someone's artwork online that looked really cool, and I couldn't find the artist name, but it pops up when you Google image search Pachycephalosaurus. But it's like this gray with yellow that looked really cool. It seemed like something like that would be appropriate. I'm gonna have to research further to see if that's like a natural color scheme, but it's a really cool color scheme, and I'd like to find out the artist name because I'd give them credit if we did go in that direction. But yeah, I mean, something more subdued than this. I mean, this is like the crazy BOTM colors, but the Cyberzoic one would be a bit more like toned down. But I still want it to be really cool, obviously.
Obviously, it is so cool. Man, how thick is their head? It's like 14 inches, isn't it? Thick.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pretend to know that.
I gotta Google that because I just remember looking at this guy and being like, "That is insane."
Yeah, didn't you? Actually, this came up before, right?
Yeah, and I looked it up. I got it again.
Yeah,
and then I was talking about how you could touch it at the museum and no one believed me.
Yeah,
you had to look for it in the video.
Yeah, I was walking museum tours the entire stream on YouTube until I found it to prove I wasn't crazy.
10 inches thick. That's wild. That's what, like
at the thickest point.
Yeah, it's that.
Yeah. In Chris sizes, yeah, sure.
That's it.
Man,
basically everything you see as dome there is just a solid block of bone on top of its head.
No brain, man.
No brain, just dome.
Yeah, I really love this body, man. I am so blown away by how cool this looks. The transition the gradients looks great.
We don't currently sell the small stands separately, but that might be something we can do later on. I mean, if there's enough demand for it, because the medium and large stands actually sell pretty well. So it might be a possibility. And actually, for this figure and for the 135th Allosaurs, we are adding an additional shorter support arm to the small stand.
Nice.
Because the current one's a little too long for these bodies. Like these bodies are lower to the ground, so we're adding another piece to it.
Yeah, I love these stands. I literally use them for everything now. Well, this is a small one, but no, this is the medium.
That's the medium one. Yeah.
I love them, and they're so well done that you can put all kinds of stuff on them. So I have all the Pacific Rim Kaijus, a bunch of my Final Fantasies. Oh my gosh, everything. Nice. I'm like looking around at all the stands I got from Dave.
I use them for my Transformers too.
Oh yeah.
I need to stock up on some more of them sometime.
Balanced on them and stuff.
I just thought it was so funny at Legion Con. As the first thing I did when I walked up to the table, I was like, I'll take 3 stands. No, actually 4. I need them all.
Yep. Well, they're just so well adapted to any figure, and they're great. I can't say enough good things about them. It's funny because I just got a new toy, which we'll talk about in our acquisitions, and I actually used the stand on it to get it in the pose I wanted. It worked better than the stand that came with it.
Thanks, Bear Bear.
Thank you, Bear
Bear. Bear Bear. Bear Bear. I'm gonna say like 50 times. I like how it feels on your mouth. Bear Bear.
New tick unlocked. Someone was asking about us being at G Fest 2026.
2026. What about 2025?
Yeah.
Well, well, I guess we're gonna be at G Fest 2025. I don't think we said that yet.
Yeah, it's a secret, Ross.
Chris and Ross will be at G Fest.
That's in
July? Not me.
So it's just our excuse to go buy Godzilla figures for $20. You know,
I cannot. Bear, wait for that. I'm so excited for G Fest.
Yeah. No, you need to get excited about Toy Lanta.
I can't wait. I've been saving up. I gotta bother Ben.
That's only a month away.
I know, dude. Yeah. I have to get one of those Skeletron ships. I have to. And then I'm gonna mess with Mark and Ben until I drive them crazy. What else are we gonna do there?
They're not gonna be at this show.
They're not?
No, not at Toy Lanta. They'll be at Joe Fest.
Yeah.
Actually, Skeletron will be at ZoloCon this weekend, which I'm actually going to go there on Saturday. I'm going to drive down. It's in Pennsylvania. Yeah.
How long of a drive is that?
Like 2 hours, I think.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not. It's fairly reasonable. But I'm going to go down there. There's a lot of the other guys that we know down there, Spiro and Four Horsemen and all that. Yes, and I need to scout the show just to see if it's something we want to do in the future. I'm gonna see those guys this weekend. Yeah,
man, that's gonna be fun. Blue
green basket. I don't even know what we're gonna do for the spine, but we'll probably consider a lot of ideas.
See, I'm so excited for the Spinosaurus. I can't wait until I get to do a prototype for it because I love prototyping those things. They're so fun to play with. I have so many stupid things in there.
For some reason, I don't see the Spinosaurus being blue. I see yellow as a tertiary color. That's about all I see.
I see purple, a lot of purple.
Of course you do.
I see blue. It's the only objective color that can be used.
Man, yeah, there's so many cool things. I can't wait for it.
Well, we'll probably do more than one colorway for it, most likely. So maybe not all the time, but yeah, I don't think we're gonna stick to one color for it.
Ooh, we got a super. What's a super?
Super what?
We got a super. And it said, "Let's celebrate first super on live stream." I have no idea what that is. I'm celebrating though. How do I celebrate? Do we have like glitter explosion?
I don't know what that is.
Not either.
Thank you, David. Number 3 for the super.
I was like, number 3. That's not his name. Man, that was over my head. That's cool.
I also want to
mention just popped up outside the door. Should I let him in?
Who is Micah?
Yeah, one of my rabbits. I hear him outside the door. He's like, "Let me in."
Dude, let him in.
Let him in.
Oh man!
So I was going to briefly mention the stream just peaked at 140 viewers a few minutes ago.
Whoa,
that's awesome! Yeah,
wow,
that's a lot. That's so cool, man. Yeah, it's this is a crazy stream. Thanks, y'all. This is awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, we have some awesome acquisitions. Should we show off all the cool stuff we got? Ooh, what is that?
Luffy again.
Listen, I'm going to make a special head for my Packy that's going to have horns that come out and curl like a ram. I just hit my head on my thing. I was laughing so hard. I just see Dave up there.
We just need to release the Chris Chaotic accessory pack that's just a bunch of spike attachments for all the dinosaurs.
And
put it on your cult
and a little
3D.
slobber thing.
Big old drill. I'm gonna make drill now for the Torosaur. There's gotta have it. Oh man.
Thank you again, David.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have heard there's going to be new papers about Spinosaurus yet again at some point this year. So
yeah, don't worry, it's still in progress. We're not finalizing anything yet.
Yeah.
So.
You know what? I showed Spino Dude a picture of a Spinosaurus. You know how turtles, like salmon turtles, have those cool, like thicker arms with like little spikes on them, and it's got like the fingers like this, and so it's like walking, and it's like turtled out like this, walking with those arms. I gotta show my arm up here, but it looked so cool. We should have an accessory pack for chaotic arms.
Maybe that's something that you make on the side. And
oh man,
you can sell it to people.
There you go.
I got an idea. I'll sell one of them to myself. Oh man, yep. Let's see. I'm gonna get this ready. Yeah, we got some acquisitions, you guys. So this is a part of the show where we show off all the cool stuff that we've gotten from the last month.
All right.
Who wants to go first? I have a Spino Dude pulled up. You want to go first, Spino?
That's fine, yeah. We need to make a little intro with a jingle for new acquisitions to play.
That's what we should do, yeah. Not right now, but like
not right
next.
now.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
We'll work on that.
Chris is about to stop talking so he can go figure out.
I was about to look at my screen like, I want time.
We can do that right now.
Why not? Oh
right.
man, where's Spino Dude? Here you are.
Bomb. So if anyone's been keeping up with my channel, I just reviewed the Arctic Dragon. So everyone already knows I have this, I'm pretty sure, but I just really like this picture I took of it. So
it's a cool picture.
I got this recently, and this figure is incredible in person. You can just tell it's just a labor of passion to bring this character to life, and it's proudly going to be one of my favorite Creative Beast things that I have on my shelf now.
Nice.
So there's that, and then.
Oh, sorry, I'm trying to
figure out. You good, Chris?
How do you set up so while you're talking is focused on you?
I don't know. This is from that company. I've shown off their things a couple other times. One of our artistic models, they make the cool, like 4D dinosaur puzzle kits, and this is their Dino Kairos that I just finished building pretty recently. This one's really cool. It's got like an articulated neck and head, but he also engineered it so you can pivot the hips. Even though it's made out of wood, you can actually like articulate the hips down to make it look like it's in a sifting position as it's like wading through water or something. Just really cool.
Wait, so what about the elbows? Elbows? Do the elbows? I can't even say a word. Would those things move? Those bendy arm things?
No, the arms don't move. Those are in a fixed position. Same with like the legs. You can only pivot the hips, the neck, and then you can turn the head side to side and open and close the jaw.
That's pretty cool.
But it's impressive if there's any articulation on these for being like wooden puzzle kits by the end of it. So, yeah, there's that. And then next, this guy I still need to record my video for. I'm going to be doing in the next day or so. I'm very excited about this one, but I thought I'd just show a picture of him in the box.
That's cool.
Yeah. And up next, I think. Yeah, I got a couple new Godzillas from Hyatt Toys. This is from Godzilla X Kong, and I'm gonna be real. I don't like that movie, but I like when Godzilla goes all super blue glowing like this. So I was like, I need to get that figure. He looks really cool. And then you go to the next picture, it'll show Godzilla 2014. I had to get that one because this is the reason why I'm even into kaiju, is because I went to see this one with my dad back in 2014. So is a really neat design. And then my last thing is I know we mentioned Pacific Rim before, but I just got the Ling Ji-hoon, I believe that's the name of the company, Gypsy Danger. And it has light effects in it. It's like partially die cast, and the articulation is insane. It comes with so many accessories. If you go to the next picture, you'll see he has the boat with him that clips onto his hand. He comes with the plasma launchers, the swords, multiple different hand poses and everything. It even comes with a little shipping crates he uses to slam into Leatherback's face in that one scene.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
And also, if I make myself bigger here, I feel like you guys will get a kick out of this because I have them on my desk. But one thing that's really cool is I've never seen an action figure do this. But if you move the arms, the chest plates are actually geared in to move like they do.
Oh wow!
When you
that is really cool. Russ just acting like he knows all about this figure. He's like,
I've seen just about every YouTube review of it.
yeah. But yeah, that's that. This one, whoops, there goes the boat. And the lights are magnet activated. There's a magnet in the boat. You just tap it on the back and it turns on and off.
That's how you do it?
Yeah, it's really cool.
That is cool.
But
and that company has Leatherback coming out next quarter too. So
yeah, I just pre-ordered
that. Does it have
one.
lights in it? Because it looks like
it's not lights. It's like the UV light.
Oh, the UV light. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
so that one's not actually light up like the others.
No, that was misinformation based on the first product images.
Yeah, I thought it'd be a really hard thing to make that thing light up throughout the whole body at that scale. And that would be quite a task.
It's the same scale as NECA though, which is really cool. So you can mix and match the kaiju and Jaegers, so you can have clones or duplicates.
So they can see all mine over here.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised to see it coming back around again. Like there's like, all of a sudden there's Pacific Rim product again.
I think it's just part of the people demand, unique, interesting, well-made stuff, and Pacific Rim is one of those great things.
Was last year the 10-year anniversary?
No, it came out 2013.
13? Okay. Wow.
13?
12 years away from that.
Wow. That's crazy. I think they're making a third movie.
Oh, don't talk about it. I don't want to hear.
Please no.
No,
I don't know what you're talking about.
Stop with all the.
You told me they're making a third movie and sent me like the same nonsense article like 3 times. It's not happening.
So you know what's funny about that is Dave and I, we always talk about, because he got to go see the Star Wars when they re-released episode 1 in theaters, and I'm excited about it because I didn't get to see it, but they're coming out with other ones, and every time I see like an ad for Star Wars back in theaters or the whatever anniversary, I'm like, Dave, look, there's one here, and he's like, I don't know about that, and I finally found one that's real. So
yeah, I guess they're bringing back episode 3 in April, but where was episode 2? That's the part that I'm getting hung up on. Like, why would you not release Attack of the Clones?
So that's the worst one.
Well, they're only doing odd numbers.
It doesn't matter. You need to watch them in sequence.
Oh, because that is one I am going to go see in theaters, because that's like, oh man, we actually just watched it the other month.
Which one?
3, episode 3.
Part 3 is
Wait. Yeah. Chris, did you watch it or did you just skip to the cool parts?
Oh, we watched it. Mm-hmm. The cool part.
No, the other day, Chris is like, "Oh yeah, we watched all the Transformers movies." And I was like, "All of them? That's a lot of movie." And he was like, "Oh no, we just skipped to the cool parts." I was like, "You didn't watch them?"
No, it's like watching movie trailers.
It's perfect for me. It's the one and done, or seen and done. Things explode.
If you don't care about the story, I guess that's fine. I mean, all the awesome stories in the Transformers movies.
So there's this cool thing. If you put it at 4 times speed, you can watch it all really quick, and then you get to the action.
Now, I actually rewatched the first Transformers movie from 2007 recently, which I haven't seen in a long time. I was afraid to watch it because I was afraid it wouldn't hold up, but I still enjoy it. I think it's pretty cool. Like it's definitely got some like weird dialogue situations, but the CG still looks really cool, surprisingly, for being that old.
Well, yeah, I feel like that was an era. Yeah, I feel like that era they did such great CGI and everything looked good. Just the transformations and all the tiny details. All the Shia LaBeouf ones looked great. Who directed those? Does anybody know?
Michael Bay did all of them.
Oh, awesome.
Like some little known upstart named Michael Bay that nobody knows.
Well, the first movie was in development for like 4 or 5 years. So I mean, they had plenty of time to, get that stuff right. CGI.
Yeah, but there have been other movies that took that long, and ended up being pretty bad too. So it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good.
Yeah. Well, specifically on the VFX side, like they had the lead time to get it right.
Well, they innovated a lot of things for that movie. I mean, we never seen that level of detail with like robots, and they transform, and they felt like real living things and not like just like your normal robots that are just built.
Well, and something that was really interesting is it was 2007. Iron Man didn't come out until 2008. Iron Man invented the CGI for layered paint, having clear coat, base coat, pearlescence, all that kind of stuff. So all of the layered paint effects you see in Transformers, that was just 2D compositing, just done frame by frame by frame.
Wow.
Like, because they didn't have that technology until Iron Man invented it. So like that movie, painstaking process to get it to look as good as it was.
That's wild. I didn't know
really
that.
Good.
See, so who's going? I'll go next.
Yeah, you go next.
Yeah. Screen. What is this called? Chris's acquisitions. So the first thing I got was the SH Monster Arts for Jing, and I actually am doing a review on this because I think this figure is okay, and it drives me crazy. The paint's kind of messed up, but I love Monster Hunter, and I'm happy to have him. But that's a whole mess of a story for all y'all. But he's pretty cool. He's over there on the table. And then I got all of these guys this month.
Wait, no way.
Yeah, man. So there's a guy on the Facebook group, and he wanted to trade for some figures. So I sent him a brand new Styracosaurus and a brand new Utah Raptor from our website. And he sent me all these in exchange for it. And they are so cool. You can see it's got the Flying Dawn Ankylosaurus monster. It's like green and purple. And that's the thing that got me, because it has like all my favorite stuff. There's a T-Rex with a Dilophosaurus as a frill. There's a Flying Dawn monster. There's a Stegoceratops in there. Like, just such cool stuff, man. And I couldn't believe it. I was so blown away and so excited to get these. They're really cool.
Yeah, that's a really interesting line, and I'm kind of surprised that Mattel doesn't like revamp this. I know they've done it, like, have they done like one or two homage colors? But
I'm not sure. Yeah, I have no idea.
They did their '93 classic like anniversary series where they revitalized a bunch of the old Kenner toys, but I honestly think they should do like a series of hybrids with fun colors like this, because those would make
why not? I mean, I think this license is best when they lean into the mutation. Like the mutation, like the hybrid type stuff. I think that's where like that IP really shines. Like, then they can just kind of go in that fantasy sci-fi direction. I actually have one of these. You've seen it, the Amargosaurus, the Amargospino, I think it's called.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Yeah, they're neat, man. I was very impressed with them. I was surprised at how small the T-Rex one was, but other than that, like, I thought they're all pretty cool.
And actually, fun fact about the Spinosaurus and the Carniraptor and even that Pteranodon, like on the top right there, they're all designs that came from the Jurassic World mobile game. They collabed with them and did the colors here. I'm sending you a picture of the Spinosaurus from the game.
That's cool.
On Discord.
Which one's the Carniraptor?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
what's what?
The one that tipped over underneath this blue Spino in the back. It's a Pyroraptor hybridized with a Carnotaurus. That's from the app game.
I didn't realize it was from the game. Spino dude sent me a picture of the Spino. Spino dude sent me a picture of the Spino. It's a picture of himself, just blue and red. Yeah, these things are cool. And then I got the new Scorpio Rex, and this guy is one of my favorites with his face. Wow. He has such a weird face, but this one has great teeth. It actually has the spikes in the back of his neck, which I have to have, and the spiky tail. It's so cool, and it makes noises. And on the other side, it has battle damage. You know what? Let me grab it really quick.
Is that Mattel?
Yeah.
Like, it has very limited articulation. There's hardly any paint on that.
Oh, dude, like it's kind of weird, but it's got the battle damage. When you press it, it gets big. Yeah, and then when you push on his head, he opens his mouth.
Well, he definitely has all the claws and teeth that you need,
dude. And little like the spikiness, and what's really cool is if you clean it, it's got all the it's got the chaos, Dave. And he's got little spikes on his elbows. Like, dude, this guy is.
Doesn't he have spikes on his ankles too? Yeah, he's gonna stab himself when he lays down.
Man, he doesn't even care. He's pretty cool. And then he's got these sharp monster teeth. I love these teeth and this like bulldog face. Man, he's so fun. So yeah, I had to pick this guy when I saw him. It's funny because Knox and I were at Walmart, and I saw this guy on the very top shelf. None of them were out, and I was like, "Why is it not out?" So I literally grabbed it, and there's like 3 more back there. There's the new Spinosaurus, Battle Damage, and a Raptor. And I just wanted to get this guy. This guy's too neat. And how he walks, he's like a hunchback. He's pretty good size. No articulation really, just like movement and here, and that's it. But other than that, it's cool. And then he's got this little thing where you can scan it, and I haven't even done that yet, so I don't know what it does. So yeah, he's cool. Oh, and he's got plated back. Look at that. He's just so fun. So yeah, those are my recent acquisitions.
Nice.
Very nice.
Cool.
Let's see.
And then I should probably go next because Ross has something special. So
does he? Oh, like wait, he does.
Last.
Let's see. So this is Dave's acquisitions. These are pretty cool. There we go. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh.
Yeah. So I got the Dino King set. That's one of the newer Transformer sets, and that's pretty cool. On our last live stream, I mentioned that I was going to go to Savannah. So like the following week, I went to Savannah. Ross and I met up there, and we did some toy hunting. And this is one of the acquisitions I got when I was in Savannah, and it's pretty cool. I like it quite a bit. It's a lot of fun to like mess around with. And then the 2 guys in the background are third-party Transformers from, I think they're ex-Transbots, and they're based on the Generation 1 Transformers, Run Amok and Runabout, which in my mind are the Transformer ninjas, because every 80s toy line has to have a black and a white ninja. And what's cool is that the white one turns into an 82 Firebird, which is like one of my favorite cars because I had that when I was a kid. And every time I see any kind of 82 Firebird, I have to have it. And the other one turns into a Lotus from the 80s as well. So they're like 2 really cool cars, and the transformations are really nice. So I had to throw those in there, even though technically I bought them in December. So
it doesn't count.
I'm super impressed with the transformations because they're complicated, but I also was able to figure them out without looking at the instructions, which is that's the
best.
That's the sweet spot when it feels like there's some effort involved to problem solving, but it's definitely not like just ridiculously flimsy and all over the place.
Oh, so, I hate flimsy toys, man.
Yeah. So like these were fun to transform. I really enjoyed them, and I really like both modes. And what's like a bonus, one's called Fast and the other one's called Fury. So so like I don't know, I probably mentioned before, I'm a fan of the Fast and Furious franchise. So I was like, yeah, this is meant to be. I have to have it.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's that. And when I was in Savannah, they have a really cool retro store there called Planet Fun, which if you're ever in Savannah, Georgia, definitely check that out. They had just got in a bunch of Game Boy games, and I was like sorting through all of them, and I found 10. Spent way too much money, but I'm really enjoying the classic Game Boy and just how simple it is, and like just how different each game is and everything.
Yeah.
So I played all of these now. Like I can't get very far in any of them, but I definitely enjoy playing them. So it's been a lot of fun.
That's cool. These guys.
I love these little guys. I was at an antique store in Savannah, and there was this one section that had some of these little like vintage dinosaur figures. And for some reason, they had 3 Parasaurolophus figures in there, and they were all weird. And they're like all weird for different reasons. So I had to get all 3 of them. And then before I left, there was another little section that had these little water bear figures. What are they called? Tetragrades or something?
Tardigrade?
Tardigrade, yeah. So like these little weirdos glow in the dark, and they're only $5, so I had to get one of those too. They're supposed to have, I think they're supposed to have more legs, but it kind of looks like a bear this way, so it's kind of fun. But yeah, so this was like my oddball acquisitions, and they're just kind of fun.
That one on the left looks so familiar, like the carnivorous looking Perserola.
I bet it was from one of those weird Toys R Us like extreme dinosaur sets where like they would
make like Dino Valley.
Yeah, like they would take every herbivore and turn it into a carnivore.
Awesome.
Like everything had to be scary. It was like if Teenage Chris designed the whole line.
Why not adult Chris? No,
well, I'm trying to give you some credit.
Yeah, dude, those things are sweet.
And then these I have here in the studio. The two on the left are from the Masterverse line from Masters of the Universe, and the Evil N is possibly my favorite version of Evil N so far. It's like it's really, really good. And I picked up Fisto on the left. He's pretty cool too. Like he's not as cool as Evil N, but still pretty good. And Storm Shadow, I didn't have that version. I saw it at a GameStop, so picked it up.
Oh, you found something at GameStop?
I know, right? I went in. This is the GameStop experience. I went there with Matt Holt, our painter. We met up at a mall a few weeks ago, and I went into GameStop. Kid you not, I walked in. I said, I love going to GameStop so I can see all the stuff I don't want. And this particular GameStop just happened to have some cool stuff. And they had the Storm Shadow, which I've never seen at a store before. So I picked that up. And then they also had that SH Monster Arts Rathalos that I told you about.
Yeah.
Which I don't have in my new acquisitions because I returned it because I didn't like it. But basically, I ended up spending over $200 in the store that I was making fun of when I walked in. So, so like that was kind of like fate, like proved me wrong, I guess. But funny story about the Rathalos, which I don't have a picture of. He wouldn't like the guy at GameStop wouldn't let me touch it. Like he had it behind the counter, and he shows it to me. He's like, he holds it up like this. Said, I can let you see it, but you can't touch it. And I said, it's like, okay, just give it to me. It's like, no, I can't. I'm sorry. You can only look at it. I'm like, okay. What if I buy it? It's like, okay, then you can touch it. It's like, okay. So I said, okay, put it in a bag. And I said, were you serious? He says, yeah, we've had people grab them and run out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Wow. So like, I guess that had happened a couple of times. And
he probably saw you, was like, this guy can run fast.
Yeah, they had to keep him behind the counter. I almost missed it. I kind of wish I did, but at least we got a funny story out of it. So, yeah. But anyway, and then the Transformer on the right was another Savannah acquisition, by the way. So
I actually clicked out of it. Yeah, this guy's orange.
Yeah. That one goes with my Scorponok figure. He's like the little guy that goes with Scorponok, which I had been missing for a long time. And finally found one. So
that's cool.
So I think that's all I have, right? That's plenty. Yeah.
Plenty. Well, you know what's funny is I wasn't a big fan of orange. Now I have like an orange watch. I have the orange. It's actually because of this shirt, because it goes so well with purple, like the yellow. Yeah. And I was like, man, orange and purple is cool. So now I got orange shoes. Bad.
Nice.
That's almost closed down the stream on accident. Jeez.
Oh man.
Let's see. And then we got Mr. Ross. So Ross has got some cool toys.
Mm-hmm.
Present.
One toy in particular is really cool.
One toy. Just one. Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. So I got in that Savannah trip, Dave found this little funny looking Rhino Hot Wheels type vehicle. Was it a Matchbox? I don't remember.
It's not. Yeah, it's Matchbox. I think it was from like 1994 or something.
Yeah, something like that.
That was before you were born.
Yeah, it's older than you.
Yeah, and Dave found that and he gave it to me, and I was like, I loved it. So I got that guy to go in my Rhino collection. And then the little guy on the right, I saw him one night, and I was like, it was a model kit, and I was like, that's pretty cool. I'm just gonna order it and see how it is.
Super
and it was a really fun build, and like it comes with alternate heads where there's like a Pac-Man's frog, and then there's like a ground toad that you can put a cigar in his mouth. And it comes with extras of all the heads in white, so you can paint them custom. And
that's cool.
It was a pretty fun little build.
That's cool.
But yeah, and then for my next acquisition, I got.
Can you send me a link to that frog mech? Actually, I find that.
Yeah, definitely.
Does that frog's toes really have suctions? Are those real suction pads?
They don't. They don't really suction. He's only like this big. It's really small.
He looks huge.
Yeah, he's like this big.
I guess that is a Matchbox car. So
yeah, it's a pretty small car.
I got the head. Like here's one of the white heads with the cigar. I don't know how you can actually see it.
That's interesting.
But yeah, it's pretty cool. But for my last acquisition, I got a real dinosaur.
Ba-boom.
Yo,
he's so cool.
Yeah, he's been sleeping over my shoulder here the whole stream. Probably pretty frustrated, but
did you say he's on your shoulder?
No, over my shoulder. He's over here.
He's looking for him
because his name and his design badge is like over his shoulder. I was like, I've missed it.
He's in there. But for anyone curious, it is his name is Pepino.
Pepino.
And then for anyone curious, he's a Columba brevicorn, which is also nicknamed the elephant ear chameleon, because you can see it has like flaps on the back of its head. They'll sometimes flare them out, and they have like this big crest, and it almost looks like a ceratopsian.
Shut up! They can flare his ears.
They have
cool. You got him.
They have like air sacs behind there that they can just flare out, and like it looks like a big, ceratopsian or something. And they have that nostril horn.
Does the horn inflate?
No.
That would be wild.
But
horn inflate.
Yeah, he's pretty cool, and he's about a year old. I don't know the exact age, but he's still got more to grow. He's 10 inches long, and he's got another 5 inches of length to go.
As thick as a Pachycephalosaurus skull.
He's mostly tail though. His tail is like 90% of his length. But yeah, he's so cool. I got him one Wednesday afternoon, so I haven't had much time with him. But in that time, his colors have changed so much. Like sometimes his head is like completely like bright red with like a white stripe along his body with black outline, and it looks really cool. It almost looks like Jurassic Park Spinosaurus. But other times he's like dull like this. Whenever I feed him, he flares up green, and he's like dancing around.
He dances. That's cool.
Yeah, he's really cool.
Man, I like the picture on the right. His tail looks insanely cool. It's got like the spike on top of it.
Yeah, he's got like this ridge of spikes all the way down his body, and
he's
got the double thumbs like all chameleons do. He is really cool. And I was supposed to get him back in September, so it's been a long time coming and a lot of planning, because like the backdrop, I sculpted out of foam and then water sealed it and painted it to look like like a rock cliff, and planted all the plants in there and collected driftwood from beaches, and got it all sanitized and baked in the oven and made sure there's no parasite. It was way too much work. I'm getting too much detail, but anyways, got a chameleon. Cool. He's pretty awesome. And next stream, when he's more settled in, I'll bring him on camera.
Man,
that's awesome.
I would bring Sobek out. He's back there, but Ross knows why he's not allowed out.
Lock him up.
Man, that's too cool. Oh man, yeah, I want a chameleon.
All right, so Ross won the new acquisitions.
You get the gift card. Oh man, that's too cool.
Well, unless you guys have any, I don't think we have anything else right now, do we?
Oh, I think that wraps up. This is an incredible stream. Like we hit records on everything.
Yeah, I'm glad we jumped right into the contest when we did, because we're already at an hour 40.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
We drag that out.
Yeah.
But that was the whole main thing that we wanted to do. So
very good. Yeah, thank you all again for all those illustration submissions. Blew our minds.
Yeah, super impressive.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you all. And thank you all for watching too. I know it's an hour and 40 minutes, and we appreciate it. We had over 100 people watching the entire stream. That was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, super exciting.
Cool.
Yeah, well, do you have anything else to say, Dave?
The only thing that comes to mind is a month from now, we'll be in Georgia for Toylanta. So if anybody's in that area, come out and visit.
Should we live stream all together there?
Like at night?
Yeah.
The night before?
Yeah.
we could set it up on the iPad and we can all be in there. We can be on the bed, like with our feet behind us. And
like this. I'm just thinking about it.
I can try to do the direction from here on my own and set it up for you guys.
I was thinking maybe we just do it like that Tuesday before we leave.
Yeah.
So we're better organized, because if we just jump on a live stream while we're somewhere else, we're probably just gonna ramble for an hour.
It's great. They can see everything. You get a pillow fight going.
I'm gonna opt out of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that basically wraps it up, man. This was awesome.
Thanks everyone for their submissions to Zoic. Thanks for watching, hanging out with us. Thanks for the people that donated, and for those that won, we'll be reaching out soon. Pre-orders tomorrow, right?
Pre-orders going up tomorrow. Plan is to have them up by noon, and I'll send out a post about it when everything's up. So keep an eye out for that.
Sounds good.
Well, Creative Beast enthusiasts, we'll catch you on the next Creative Beast. Later, guys.
Later. Good night. See ya.
Bye-bye.